I think it was 2018, we were approached by a consultant who was working with Twilight Aged Care, who actually owned the facility. And Jamison House, as it was then known, was an aged care facility that's going to be redeveloped at some point in the future, but it was likely to stand unoccupied for 2 to 3 years. And so they came to us with a proposal of, using it for housing for that period. And so, and full credit to my Chief Operating Officer, Simone Parsons, who really championed and led this project and stitched together all of the partnerships. It was brilliantly done. And so essentially it was a partnership between Women's Community Shelters, Twilight Aged Care, Link Housing, who are the community housing provider that managed the tenancies for each of the women who are in there, National Projects and Maintenance, who are a partner of WCS, who did, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of renovations pro bono to make it so beautiful, and Hornsby Ku-ring-gai Women's Shelter, who provide the outreach support to the women who are there. Fantastic. And so, it's a multi-partner arrangement. But what it does is it provides that secure, beautiful housing for a couple of years. And the really important thing for me was that we didn't want to be in a situation where we said, after that period of time, right, well, you're homeless again now, what happens next? We've actually got a panel of community housing providers who've made a commitment to provide permanent housing for women after that time. And for me, that really embedded it as a yes project. And I think, we're looking to replicate that again in partnership with Twilight House. And I think the work that we've done and the innovation there is a real model for how these things can also be self-supporting as well. We just looked at some figures and it's actually, it's more than broken even. It's actually brought some money in. And I think, this virtuous circle of tenancy management at low cost, women contributing the rent that they can afford, which pays for the support worker that we do, leveraging pro bono support to make the place beautiful. It's a very viable way of providing housing for women.
Yeah, and otherwise they're sitting there vacant.
Exactly. There's so many vacant properties in the planning cycle that we that must
kill you.
It does. I just want to take them all. Well, the equation that I can't do in my head is that, there's everybody's home is the Homelessness Australia, Homelessness New South Wales national campaign that says we need 500,000 social houses to meet the need over the next decade. And, and on Census Night 2016, there were 1.13 million unoccupied properties.
No.
And so you think, my goodness, everybody in community, I just want everybody on the lookout to go, okay, that's been underutilised for like 3 years. What can we do with it? And to provide these clever solutions.